Welcome, ladies and gentlemen, Elite Clockman here. Episode 39 Part 2 of SKIBIDI Multiverse just dropped, and let me tell you, fight scenes are really crispy. We got a better glance at Titan Drill Dragon's power and truly a titan among titans. Mommy Titan Pencil Woman's weakness was revealed, and it was just as I predicted it. Titan TV Man finally planted the mysterious device, and that might change the course of the war later on. SKIBIDI Nemesis finally met in his end at the hands of Steve, and let me tell you, this dragon is getting scary. Dr. Toilet is now one-handed after being attacked by C-Pen and the alien device. Speaking of these two freaks, the teaser released last week was integrated into the full episode. I wanted to make a video for the teaser himself, but due to some personal issues I was unable to, so the scene will be analyzed as a teaser and as a part of the video at the same time. Also, Dom robbed the foreshadows of this episode in our faces this whole time. Every second of the teaser was spoiled to us in different episodes, which we will talk about later. But before we get to all that, make sure to like and subscribe if you think I have a chance of rizzing up Mommy Pencil Woman. Anyways, here we go. After the credit screen, the episode starts with the end of Part 1, with the Drill Dragon jumping on Nemesis. Toilet 01 was able to dodge the Red Titan at the last second. He is now in the air and takes a moment to fix his jaw, since in Part 1 Steve turned into Saitama from One Punch Man and smacked that Titan killer into the wall. Still can't believe bro survived that rocket punch. Blood's neck got more plot armor than Sakura in Naruto. Anyways, Nemesis takes a good look at the base and realized that Titan Drill Dragon is way too dangerous to be near the base. If he can destroy the wall with one punch, imagine what would he do to the SKIBIDI base if he ever let loose. So the big ugly Toilet had an idea. He started to fire some Iron Man lasers at Titan Drill Dragon's face to piss him off. He knew that Steve have a child mentality, so Nemesis flew away from the base so they can gain some time. The angry Steve decided to track his prey, and if you pause at the right minute, you can see some kind of skull on Titan Drill Dragon chest. Sure, this detail might seem unimportant to the plot, but Steve never stays still, especially in his new form. With that, Titan Drill Dragon is the most detailed Titan in the series, so let's just take a moment to appreciate the hours of hard work someone put into these few minutes. Anyways, as Titan Drill Dragon was going to follow SKIBIDI Nemesis, Titan TV Man stopped him by pulling his tail. The purple Titan was a clever one, and immediately guessed the plan of Nemesis. He tried his best to convince Steve to stay and help them destroy the place. But just as Titan Drill Dragon was getting reasonable, Nemesis smacked him with another laser at the back of this skull, which angered the beast. With just a simple move of Titan Drill Dragon's tail, Titan TV Man was sent flying into the wall. Notice how the purple Titan had a hard time holding the red Titan. This indicates once again that the dragon's brutal strength surpasses the power of the average Titan. As the purple Titan's back kissed the wall, he affirmed that he really hates the childish Drill Dragon, which is kinda hilarious. In the next scene, you see Mommy Titan Pencil Woman looking at Titan Drill Dragon from afar. Shortly after, a teleportation cloud opens behind the female Titan, and some brainless cyber soldier toilets came out of it. One of them took a page of my book and rushes to hug Mommy Titan, but at the last minute she turns her right hand into an eraser and makes the head of the cyber soldier toilet disappear, just like my father. It all happened in 1 second, but unfortunately for Titan Pencil Woman, this second was all the time Susie from the SKIBIDI squad needed to recharge the Titan killer. In the next scene, the toilet lady fires a Titan killer beam at my giant queen, which took her by surprise. There was no time to dodge, so the female Titan had to block the laser with her bare hand. The blow was so strong that my giant green angel started to fall from the wall. The Titan killer acts like a virus for the Titans, so Pencil Woman cuts off her own arm to save herself and used the blade on the other one after deactivating the eraser to slow down her fall and land safely on the ground. It all happened so fast. There is no doubt that Titan Pencil Woman must have one of the best reaction times in the whole alliance, all of that while wearing high heels, which makes it hard to take her by surprise. But what's more impressive is her using her green core to restore her missing arm in seconds. But things became more complicated when Big Mommy found herself cornered by the cyber soldier toilets with her back on the wall. Look how she takes a few steps back. Susie immediately figured out that Titan Pencil Woman's weakness is close combat, since she is more of a marksman type. Just as I predicted it in episode 38, you can tell by how she was transported to the SKIBIDI base and even her outfit and equipment, that she's not meant for melee fights. Anyways, just as the Cyber Soldier toilets were about to devour my giant green angel, the Giga Chad known as Metalhead Titan Speakerman jumps over the wall and smacks his guitar axe into one, the toilets, just like the rock star he is. Bro really came in clutch as he stomped on the second one and smashed the third with his axe right before stunning everyone with his guitar music despite being damaged. I owe him heavy for saving that giant beauty. But Susie wasn't impressed by the number of Titan and stated that they have enough soldiers to win to take them on. But suddenly something caught her eye. In the next scene, we see Titan, the injured Titan TV man, climbing the SKIBIDI base to get higher and planting the device we saw in the first secret scene of Season 9. But just as he installs the only known TV man device in the series, a Cyber Soldier toilet tries to take him from behind, but bro just shakes him off light work. More enemies appear from a teleportation cloud, so the purple Titan goes to finish them off. After the big scary TV man left the scene, female 08 aka Susie arrives to take a look at the mysterious device. She immediately inserts herself into that thing's system and tries to hack it. She then contacts Dr. Toilet, who turned out to be Professor Toilet, for some help to stop this TV device. Susie thinks that not letting it work is the best solution, as it may change the tide of the battle. And I think the same. I still think that this device will let the other members of the Alliance into SKIBIDI Base 1. I predict a cool entrance like an Avengers Endgame entrance for the final battle. But it might also have another function. But we don't know for sure. Only time will reveal. Only time will tell. In the next scene, after the device gets activated, a tall TV man teleports a tall pencilman and a container with the large hammer pencilman, a special clockman. One of the few remaining drill man, a cameraman with a weird weapon moving his leg for some reason, and some other speakermen and pencilman soldiers to the battlefield. We then see a toilet squad appearing with 4 G-Man soldiers to protect Susie from the Alliance members and letting her finish hacking the device. But then the tall TV man looked at them and dropped one of the most badass lines, telling her that she should have brought more soldiers to fight them before activating his TV man powers. I guess being badass is part of the TV race. In the next scene, we find ourselves above the lava of a volcano in eruption. SKIBIDI Nemesis is still running from the Titan Drill Dragon, but the demon beast has the high ground. Knowing that he can't catch him like that, Steve used his dragon breath to smack Nemesis into the ground. The toilet hit the ground with such speed that lava started to rise from the giant volcano. The dragon breath himself looked like an ultimate attack, yet Titan Drill Dragon did it without effort. This isn't even his best move. After that, Nemesis's lower half was literally planted into the ground and had a hard time freeing himself, while the demon ground landed to bite his prey's head. Nemesis managed to free himself and get on his feet. The toilet his slimy rope to immobilize the dragon, but Steve quickly catches it with his mouth. Nemesis tried to pull the Titan towards him, but he forgot one thing. This isn't the Titan Drillman that he used as a frisbee in Part 1 of Episode 39. This is Titan Drill Dragon, who pulled the ultimate Uno reverse on the toilet and used his own rope to toss him around like a potato sack. Meanwhile, inside the SKIBIDI Base 1, in the control room with a view on G-Man's container, the Professor Toilet is watching the fight from the eyes of SKIBIDI Nemesis as he yelled at him for not respecting the plan. The Professor started to scold the giant toilet, since the plan isn't to kill Titan Drillman, but keep him occupied until G-Man Apocalypse occurs. The toilet in the white coat expressed disappointment in Nemesis, since he's supposed to be smarter than that. But SKIBIDI Nemesis claimed that it's impossible to keep a monster like Titan Drill Dragon occupied while staying alive that easily. So the Professor just blamed the plot and said that he can't just predict that the red giant will magically turn into a freaking demon dragon. All of that while Nemesis is struggling to block the dragon breath with his Astro Shield. So to keep his shield, Nemesis throws an Iron Man laser at the dragon's head once again. Titan Drill Dragon was now furious and decided to pull out the big guns. Bro charged his wings and fired 8 laser beams from his wings, surpassing the dragon breath by far. The attack was so strong that not only did it absolutely destroy the shield, but even cut off Nemesis's arm as well. Funny how he was introduced as someone above Titan level, like the fish face, only to be clowned by Titan Drill Dragon to show his new form. After getting more and more cooked by the red demon dragon, SKIBIDI Nemesis begged the professor for the two toilets known as 04 and 05 to help him with my ex-boyfriend, I mean Steve. Yeah. But the professor denied the request, since those two were a failsafe in case my boy Daddy Titan Clockman was done with the missiles. Or at least buy some time. I don't know who these two are, but if they can buy time from the god of time, I think they should be pretty impressive and put on a hell of a show. Anyways, the next scene must be the biggest jinx in the series, as SKIBIDI Nemesis explains how disappointing the professor is. While hiding like a rat in his lab, all the others have to risk their necks on the battlefield. And just as he mentioned how no enemy ever intervenes in his business, the alien device and white Megatron pull up on him. Just look at Baldy's face as he cursed the giant toilet for jinxing him like that. Just as C-Pen points his gun at the professor, the man of science uses his mechanical arms to fire a mini-weak version of G-Man's laser beams, but Com Pencilman easily blocks it with his bare hand. Bro must have installed comedy in his last update, since he called the lasers cute before using the green beams of his eyes to show the Professor Toilet what a true laser is. The white coat was on fire and unable to move. After that, Megatron heads to the command board and starts to steal some data from the toilets. It's very likely that the Uncle Ruckus stole the files of G-Man Apocalypse, but since he called it puny in the face of the professor who was stopping the bleeding of his missing arm, I don't think that's all he stole. My theory is that he downloaded the files concerning the human's evolution into toilets, as well as the files concerning the best technologies and best members of the Toilet Alliance. In the next scene, the two robots leave SKIBIDI Base 1 and enter the Pencil Base. But something felt wrong. Why didn't they finish off the most brilliant mind of the Toilet Alliance even though they had plenty of time before the guards arrived? Well, I think the answer is in the question itself. You see, whoever Alpha's master is, he must be a tactical conqueror, so the professor must play a role in his grand plan. And since he is after the planet's resources, I don't think he intends to kill the only one smart enough to trap the god of time. And not kidnapping him must be a message to the toilets that they can enter their base whenever they like. And even their most brilliant mind isn't a threat to the alien master. Anyways, after the robot couple enters the Pencil Base, a male alien device informs them that the location of the Counter Titan has finally been revealed. Just before the first device teleports to recreate the teaser, C-Pen states that he will try to talk to the Chief Pencilman to try to bring him to their side. This single line adds a whole layer to the plot. We always knew that Megatron will betray the Alliance, but now he can play the role of double agent. It's not very likely, but it's still possible he wants to talk to his father to inform him of the situation, since the aliens are obviously a bigger threat than the toilets. But let's just scrap the idea for now. After all, only time will reveal. Only time will tell. In the next scene, the Counter Titan is easily countering the Cyber Soldier toilets. Bro isn't even getting out of his way to clown them, but his luck just ran out since the next minute will be the teaser. I will analyze this part in every detail since it reveals a lot, and has lots of cool details. To make it easier to understand, I will consider the secret scene of the full 37 as a secret scene of the full Season 9. But first, I might need to fill you guys in on what happened. 2 weeks ago, Dom released the complete Season 9 of the series with 8 minutes of secret scenes that we analyzed in a previous video. You can go watch it on my channel, but our main focus will be on the one that starts at 50 minutes and 50 seconds of the complication. For once, I will skip the details and get straight to the point. Basically, after getting diced by Daddy Titan Clockman, Counter Titan, who turned out to be a modified alien spider, survived the whooping since his main body is so tiny and wasn't damaged by the fight. The spider crawled all the way to a cave where an alien device was placed there for him. After almost a week, a new Counter Titan body came out of the cave, when an alien device informed him that his master wants him at base. But petty as he is, the spider ignored the order and headed to settle his beef with Titan Clockman, since riding his clock once wasn't enough. But we're not done yet with this scene, since its content, and even its place in the video, foreshadowed what happens next. I will continue to analyze it at the end of the video, so stay tuned and watch till the end. Back to our teaser, the Counter Titan was going to get his webby butt rammed by the clock, again, when his body suddenly got stopped by an unexpected court circuit. The giant Titan killer was in pain and was barely able to move. Notice how he was reaching out to his core to save his main body. But just as he was about to evacuate the defective body, the alien device of the secret scene approached him. According to the floating bot, Counter Titan was a fool if he thought that their master would let a rogue unit roam free within a colossal metal body. She also referred to him as a toy, implying that the master's will is absolute, and just like any toy, he is easily replaced by a new one who's even better. After enduring such pain, the spider had no other choice but to evacuate the Counter Titan. Look at the purple spider. Blood is literally on fire, and uses his cute little sidey legs to put it down before running for his life. Notice how the alien device was glowing when the Counter Titan was in pain, meaning that this thing has some control over the Counter Titan. But that raises the question, if it can play with the main body like that, why didn't it do it from the start? Well, my theory is that even a machine wouldn't dare to act on its own without the big guy's permission. In other words, the alien device had its hands tied until her master made a call. And since that monster was once called his favorite toy, I wouldn't dare to touch it unless I'm 100% I am allowed to. But the next scene will put everything together and forever change the plot of the series. In the next scene, we see the device creating a breach in the space-time continuum and entering it. At first, I thought that we were in the enemy's headquarters now, but the place seemed very familiar. But we'll get to it soon enough, my friends, because what happens next was very predictable, yet so unexpected. We then see the alien device with the robot pencilman, also known as C-Pen. This is the big moment we've all been waiting for. It was clear from the start that the baby boy would betray the Alliance. But if you look closely, you'll find a dark detail even more shocking than the big reveal. Anyways, just as both robots met, the alien device asked Pencilman to hold still. The alien device used some kind of extraterrestrial tech on the traitor, and his eyes started to glow purple as his system was getting upgraded. In an unprecedented turn of events, the alien device gave the Decepticon total control over the Counter Titan's carcass, who started to glow green BTW, putting the mind of a monster inside the body of a terrifying beast. And just like that, C-Pen was driven to madness by the superior alien technologies and swore his loyalty to the alien master, forever changing the game with his powers. And I'm not exaggerating about that one. If not for a miracle, the Alliance is legitimately screwed. I don't think you realize how big of a deal that is. You took the most overpowered body in the series and gave it to an unstable, power-hungry psychopath. The problem is that the spider was a mere animal. Sure, little man was smart, but a beast will always be a beast, and it's still solo squared 4 frickin' Titan. But C-Pencilman will be on a whole different level, since that thing is one of the most technical, tactical, and one of the smartest people in the show. He can take this body way further than the spider ever did. And oh my god, the more I talk, the more I realize how screwed we are. With Titan Clockman containing missiles L, the traitor aware of his location, and all the other Titans assaulting SKIBIDI Base 1, we might have to give the God of Time a long break once again. In the end, this is C-Pencilman's role in the series. As he mentioned in episode 37 part 2, he is supposed to be a killer robot different from the members of the Alliance. He is a true artificial intelligence with the sole purpose of killing toilets. But despite that, it seems that the Chief Pencilman gave him emotions by accident. And since the emotions weren't conveniently conceived, the robot became evil, selfish, and greedy for power, which appeared more obvious as time went by. Now we need to go back to the scene of Counter Titan's comeback. You might think that all it meant was the revival of Counter Titan, but no. In fact, every second of the teaser was foreshadowed in the full Season 9 video. First, let's start with the description of Season 9. C-Pen has found a new role. This obviously hinted at him becoming the Counter Titan and betraying the Alliance. Just as I mentioned in my analysis of the secret scenes of Season 9, you can go watch it to make sure. It wasn't hard to guess, since it was literally written in the description. But that's not all. I did say that every second of the teaser was foreshadowed, but there was no way of guessing that the robot will become the new Counter Titan, right? Well, what if I tell you that even this major detail was secretly foreshadowed in the same secret scene? You see, Dom isn't the type to add a secret scene randomly. Isn't it weird that the Counter Titan was revived in the same episode as when C-Pen appeared to kill Bethany? That's right. The scene was purposely placed in there to foreshadow that calm pencilman will be related to the counter titan. In this case, take over his body dom foreshadowed the whole teaser, with these two small details. Bro must be related to Eiichiro Oda, the author of One Piece at this point. In the end, this plot twist just took things to a whole new level. Hell, Titan Clockman might use his powers to help the spider build a new body in minutes to take down this threat, because there is no bigger humiliation than betrayal. And with the terrorists signing up with the alien, the commander might take the chance and make a truce to take his wife's killer down. And that's the end of the teaser. I have more to talk about, but we are short on time, my friends. Back to the episode. Nemesis is absolutely getting cooked by the dragon. As Steve charges to bite the toilet's head off, Nemesis blasts him once again, but the dragon was unaffected. The SKIBIDI then manages to throw Titan Drill Dragon into the lava. You can hear the screams of the poor Steve as he drowns in lava. Nemesis was relieved and starts to throw away the damaged parts that will slow him down. Suddenly, the roar of the burnt dragon echoed in the volcano. The demonic Titan Drill Dragon emerges angry like never before and on fire, overcharged by the volcano's heat. Nemesis wasn't able to escape hell as Steve charged at him and pinned the Titan-level toilet on the ground. After that, Titan Drill Dragon started to use his rocket punches to smash Nemesis's ugly face. The accumulated supercharge of the lava was so intense that the ultimate Nemesis blew up due to the punches. I swear him and Titan TV Man are in a competition to find out who can disrespect the toilets in the cruelest, coldest, and inhuman way possible. Titan Drill Dragon recovered his normal dragon form and let out a big roar, asserting his status as the most ruthless Titan there is, and the true wrath of the Alliance. My friends, we have reached the end of this video. English or Spanish, the one who doesn't like and subscribe is gay.